Hello, welcome along to technically my second podcast now. This is Jonathan from Live Laugh Coach, and I'm a life coach looking to help people who are feeling stuck, looking for direction or wanting a clearer step of what's next. So, if you're looking for that, you're welcome to connect with me. Whether you're exploring practical next steps or seeking God's leading, I'm always open to genuine, no pressure conversation. Now, today I just wanted to touch on a bit of an idea that I've sort of had, a little analogy that I've made up, and that's just in relating to something that I do regularly, pretty much every Saturday, is I go up a walk called the Hakaramatas. Now the Hakaramatas are a walk in Ngarawaiha in Waikato, just outside of Hamilton, and it's a walk that many people give a go, but never quite get. Don't really take it on full time. Yet there's many people like myself who just love it and go there regularly. Some people go weekly, others daily. Some people do it 2 or 3 times a day. It's pretty crazy. But the Hakarimata is a walk of about 1350 to 1430 stairs, depending on where you count from, and it's up the Hakarimata summit range, and it's a great walk. I really enjoy it. It's really gets your heart going because it's a full cardio workout with those stairs that you need to climb up. Now it's a good walk, but something that happens quite often on the walk is that you can end up with stones in your shoe. Now, if you've done a walk on a walking track, a bit of dirt, bit of gravel and that sort of thing around, no doubt you've experienced this. Even just walking down the street, you can get stones in your shoe. Now, you might be thinking, what's that got to do with coaching and with life? But it's a little analogy that I came up with that, as we go through life, we end up with these stones in our shoe. We end up with things that bug us, that are there just in our shoe that we need to deal with, those little problems or those little questions or something that we're just not sure about, or a goal that we're just not quite been able to achieve, and we're looking to make that happen. And so stones for me represent those things, those little problems or goals or whatever you want to associate it with. And there's generally sort of 3 different ways you can deal with a stone in your shoe. Now, most people would say, oh, that's easy. Take your shoe off, tip the stone out, and away you go, put your shoe back on. Now, yes, that is a very practical option. It is a good way to move on, get rid of the stone, and you can move on fairly quickly. But it does if you're looking to do a good time on your walk and you want to keep momentum going. Then every time you get a stone in your shoe and you stop to take your shoe off, well, that's another moment that you've stopped, that you've then got to undo your shoe. You got to take it off, you tip it out, put your shoe back on, tie it up again. Then of course you know what it's like. You tie up one shoe, it doesn't feel the same as the other shoe, and it's just one of those things. But the problem is that you get another half a dozen steps down the track. What happens? There's another stone in your shoe. And so do you keep doing that every time you get a stone in your shoe? And it's something that some people will. For me, I just sort of go, man, but the goal is more beneficial to me than that stone in my shoe. So the other 2 options that I see are, you can put up with that stone. Now that stone can sit under your heel and that can dig in, and that can actually be quite painful. For a long time it can wear in, it can create a blister, it can cause a bit of pain. So you can carry on, you can complain, you can grizzle and moan and tell everybody that comes past you, oh man, I've got stones in my shoe and this is just really frustrating, and why did I decide to do that? Why am I doing this? What's going on? Those stones just making it irritable, and I'm just really not happy. That's one option, and that's what some people choose when they get a problem in their life, or if they're not achieving their goal, or something's not quite adding up that they want. They'll grizzle and they'll moan and they'll complain, but they don't take much action. They don't move forward. They don't do anything with that, and that's it can be a problem. Not just for the person that's doing it. It can be a problem for the people around them, because over time that starts to wear the people around them down, and it can cause some upsets with people or anything like that. And so it's not really the best option. A number of people may not even realise actually doing that, but it can be something that people do. So it's not technically the best option to be doing that. So what's another option then? Well, the option that I choose when I go on the walk is that I jiggle my foot around in my shoe, and so that might be stop for a little bit, or just as I'm walking, I bunch my toes up, or shimmy my foot around, and try and sort of kick that stone around to a position that's out of the way. It's down the side, or it's in between the inner sole of the shoe and the wall, or it's up at my toes where I can just sort of push it away, and generally speaking it'll just sort of roll around and it won't be irritable, but it's still there and you still know it's here. But you can sort of ignore it for a time. So you ignore this problem. You put that goal, that situation on the back burner for a little bit. You put it to one side until you can actually get a chance to deal with it properly. And that's essentially a way you can look at things in life, is that we can take those things, and while they could be dealt with quickly, if it's something easy to deal with, and that's great. You get rid of it quickly, it's done, you move on, and that's fantastic. It's even it's the best solution if you can do that. But sometimes you get those ones that hang about, you just can't sort of deal with, and how you deal with it is the thing. And so do you let it dig into your foot and be irritable, or do you shift it around so that it's out of the way, and when you're back at home, you then take your shoe off, you shake all the stones out, and the next time you get started, it's all good. And that's how I see things in life a bit, is that we have this time where things come along that we are not ideal, where we might feel stuck. We might be looking to move forward on something, but just not quite sure how to get there. And so you shift this thing around, and you keep bumping it from one side to another side, and it keeps popping up and juggling around, and you're sort of trying to find that solution for, how do I deal with this? What do I do with it? And that's where someone like myself can just come along. We've got tools. We've got things there that we can use to help you, look at situations differently. We might be able to give you that, that pressure that you need to be able to move forward, or give you a different, perspective on what you're looking at. And sometimes that's what you need. That little stone rolling around inside your shoe that's not really going anywhere. It's not being irritable, but it's still there, and you still want to deal with it, and you want to find a solution. Sometimes that solution is talking to somebody. I know for myself, I'm an outward thinker, so I like to process things by talking them out. And that doesn't always work with people around me. Not everybody can understand that. Some people get a bit concerned. They're like, oh, we can't do that. What are you talking about? We can't move that fast and all that sort of thing. But for me, that's processing. I'm working it out. I'm trying to figure out, where am I going? What am I doing? Here's an idea. Throw it out there. See what things, who sees what to it, and just work through that. And it helps to think about it. Some people need time. Some people, you give them an idea, they need time. They just walk away. They stop. They think. They'll mull it over, and they'll figure it out. But having somebody there that you can talk to be able to process that, to be able to figure things out. If you're in a situation where you're in a job you're not really sure about, it's not going the way you thought it should, or it's things are happening that just really, it's not sitting well with you anymore, and you're running, well, where do I go? There's times like that you can chat to somebody else. What is your direction? What is your purpose? What is it that you are looking for to be able to move forward? And as a coach, I can give tools. I have tools. I have things there that we can use to help you advance, help you to move forward, and say have that different perspective and look at things from a different angle. And it's not that I have answers. The answers aren't within me. The answers are within you. You know what you're thinking. It's just how you're trying to drag that out, how you're trying to process that and make understand what's going through your head. And so that's the thing, is that at times we need to be able to talk that out, to have a different viewpoint brought across. to be given different tools to be able to use, to be able to look at things. Sometimes you may not even know what direction you want to be going in. You may be thinking, well, I've been in this job for a long time. Where do I go? I've been there. I've been in a business for 20 years, and over the years I've looked at different aspects, different things that I thought I could do. Nothing's really sat well, and that's why I got into coaching, was because that really sat and resonated with me, and it's a big change, because I've come from a trade-based business, but I've had a lot of dealing with people, and with those people I've been able to help, and I just really enjoy that, dealing with people, helping them to find new situations, new solutions, and just work through things, and it's great to be able to do that. So if you're looking for that direction, for that purpose, you're feeling a bit stuck, or you've just got a goal that you really need assistance with, you need somebody to be an accountability partner even for, and you're looking for somebody to just put that bit of pressure on, being able to help or be able to guide and help you have some different tools, some different ideas, then hey, I'd love to have a chat. You can find me at livelaughcoach.nz. Check it out. It's my little website, obviously on the podcast here, so you'll be able to listen along as I add more, and hey, I'd be happy to help anybody that's exploring, looking for next steps. And I come from a Christian perspective. I have a Christian belief, and that is part of my philosophy, is being able to use that in my coaching. So if you have that faith, then we can talk in a manner about God and about that faith that you have, and that we can share with that. Otherwise, if you don't have the faith, it's fine. We have tools that the tools are the same. They work across whether you're faith-based or not, but it's just how we approach it. The approach and the way we talk and the way we approach the situations can come from a different angle. Look, hey, I'm willing to have a chat. If you want to reach out, Jonathan at livelaughcoach.nz, give us an email, check out the website, and look forward to catching up with you soon.